Hi, I'm Rod Stone from Stone Accounting and Business Advisory. Today we're going to talk about an issue that every sole trader faces, and it's a major contributor to why so many businesses in Australia don't make it past 2 years of operation. So as we know, 8 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year, and of the 2 that do succeed, 1 will fail in the second year. So only 10% of businesses that are started make it past 2 years. And one of the major reasons for that is a lack of understanding of Australia's tax collection system. So I'm going to run through that. I'm going to go through some of the issues that are caused to small businesses with their cash flow, all because of the way the tax system is designed to collect taxes from small businesses. So imagine if you're a small business and you're a sole trader, you've just started out and you've opened your business on the 1st of July. The first full year of trading will end on the 30th of June, and then after that time, you'll need to do a tax return. So you'll work with your accountant, and somewhere between July and December, you might start to put together your tax return, but that tax return is not due for lodgement until the 15th of May of the following year. So if you lodge on the 15th of May of the following year, that's when you'll pay your first tax on your new business. So think about that. We've started on the 1st of July, and you don't need to pay any tax until the 15th of May of not the following year, but the year after. So basically over 22 months later. And the real trap here is that when you're running your business, you're making some money, your bank account's going from zero and it's increasing and going up. But what we don't realize is that in 22 months' time, you're going to have to pay the tax on the money that you're earning today. So when that happens and you lodge your tax return, and on the 15th of May, for example, you'll get your tax bill and that'll be due for payment on about the 5th of June, something like that. When you lodge that tax return, that's the first time that the Australian Taxation Office is aware that you're in business. It's the first time that they've got some data from you regarding your profits and taxes. So as soon as that happens, and if they know you've got tax to pay, then they will enter you into what's called the PAYG instalment system, which means that they will then want you to start prepaying your tax in advance. But when you think about that, we've got 22 months of zero tax payable, and then you'll have to pay the first year's tax in one hit. So let's say that tax is $10,000. That'll be due after the 15th of May, usually about the 5th of June. So that's 22 months later. You've got 1 year of tax or $10,000. Then you immediately go into the prepayment system, where at the end of every quarter, you'll be required to pay about a quarter of your expected tax bill up front. So the end of the first quarter will be June of that year. So you'll have to pay another $2,500 after June of that year. Then you'll have to pay again at the end of September, then the end of December, and then in March and June and so on. So if we think about that, the first year, zero tax for 22 months, it gets us into this false sense of security. We think that money's ours and we spend it on our business. Then suddenly we've got a big tax bill. Then you've got another $2,500 to pay about 25 days later. Then another 90 days later, you've got another $2,500. But once we cross 30 June, we've got to do another tax return. And then because you've already had tax to pay in the first year, then the tax office will bring forward your lodgement date. And that could be 31st of October, it could be a date in December. So if we look at that, I'll go through it again. Zero tax for 22 months. Then we pay 1 year's full tax. Then 25 days later, we start paying quarterly tax. And then after 30 June, we have to pay another full year of tax for the year that's just gone. So when we go through that, sometimes it's easy to draw a diagram for this. What it comes down to is we pay no tax for 22 months, and then we pay 3 years worth of tax in the next 6 to 9 months. So what that means is that the way the system is set up, it lulls us into this false sense of security. We don't really understand our tax liabilities until almost 2 years after we've started our business, and that's a real trap. And then we get hit with 3 years worth of tax, all within a very short space of time. So that's one of the major reasons why businesses don't make it past that first year or the second year. So I'd love to go through this with people who might have concerns about this or might want extra information. I'm very happy to go into a lot more detail. I think for a video like this, that's enough. But we're very happy to talk to our existing clients and to new clients about this issue to make sure that you have every chance of success in your business. You need to be aware of this and you need to plan well ahead. So if you'd like to drop a message, send us a comment or send us an email or get in touch with us. We'd love to help. Thank you.